Hey everyone, welcome to Kempner Canucks. My name is RevTrev, and today is going to be the last video I make of Team Canada and the Olympics. And we're talking about the reasons why the Team Canada lost to the United States in the gold medal game. And it is what it is. You know what I mean? So dive in with me. I'm going to be doing a top 10 list, 10 to 1, about why we lost to the United States. Some of them are really obvious. I mean, you can guess some of them, and some of them are very controversial. I would love to hear your opinion on this topic because it's going to be an interesting one for sure. So we're going to dive into this topic because it is, I mean, I know that you've heard a lot of this stuff, a lot of different, not of this stuff, but a lot of things about this game. You've got your own thoughts. You've kind of like, maybe you woke up today and you're like, man, I can't believe we lost. And I was in that boat. Like, I still can't believe we lost. But I mean, we got to give credit to the United States. They played a great game too. And overall, it was a great game overall. But I want to get into the 10 reasons why Canada lost the gold medal game. And I think if we dive into this, right, we dive into it. Number 10 has to be the lack of scoring. At the end of the day, we didn't get it done in the final. One goal is not going to be good enough against the United States. Now, granted, in all fairness, the number 10 being lack of scoring, United States only scored 2 goals, and it was only 1 in regulation. So you got the McCarr goal. That was beautiful. You know, Boldy scored on the first 6 minutes into the game. And then, you know, the Canadians did their thing. The Canadians did their thing and had it so that people really not struggled, but the U.S. struggled to have great scoring opportunities. And the shots on net were reasonable, especially going into overtime. And Canada dominated this game, but we just couldn't get on the score sheet. We had opportunities, but we didn't get on the score sheet. And that's part of the other reasons why it's going to be later down. We know the reason why because of that. But still, that is number 10 for me, the lack of scoring. You can't just score 1 goal. Now, you know, as a Canucks fan, you know that in Game 7, you got to score a goal in order to win Game 7. We scored 0. At least Team Canada scored 1. But even the girls, right? The ladies' gold medal game, they scored a shorthanded goal, and that was it. That you just can't get it done with just scoring 1 goal. So the lack of scoring, number 10. Number 9 is I think they picked the wrong players, and they should have had Bedard on this roster. Now, if they had won, you can't say this one, okay? But they didn't win, and because they didn't win, there will always be speculation. And that's why I put it number 9 and not higher up, because this was a good roster, and everyone said, and even the one of lack of scoring, right? We had a lot of scoring in the tournament, but we faced a couple really weak teams and had really good scoring, okay? But I believe hindsight 2020 that we picked the wrong players and guys like, and I like, don't get me wrong, I like Seth Jarvis. I like Marchand. I like guys like that. Cirelli. Hegel's pretty good, but there were a number of players that I'm like, you left those guys. Like, I think Bedard should have been there. And everyone's like, you can't have Bedard there. Listen, if you believed that we could do Celebrini there, it's not a stretch to think that we had Bedard. In fact, Celebrini was arguably in our top 4 most offensive players on the thing. I mean, now he was playing with McDavid, and we get it. But I don't think that we had the right players playing with MacKinnon on that second line. In fact, sometimes you had Hagel there. Sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, some of the players that you had there were not good enough in offensively. Right now, defensively, grit, I get why Hagel's there. And I'm not saying he shouldn't have been on the team. What I'm saying is there were players on this roster that probably shouldn't have been there. And one of the guys that we're going to talk about in a minute possibly could be a Sam Bennett, who they intentionally kept off, right? But like, I like that Horvat was on the team. I obviously Crosby, MacKinnon, David. I love the Celebrini pick. But there was a lot of things there that you're just sitting there going, this wasn't as good as I was kind of hoping. I mean, the Tom Wilson pick was amazing, but a guy like Bedard could have been on that second line and really helped the offensive unit. Now, I still think there's an argument to be made that Scheifele should have made this roster. He totally could have made this roster. In fact, I think he should be there, but he wasn't, right? And some of these decisions that they made for that, like Reinhart was not good enough. I know that he's a good player in real life. I understand that, but he was not good enough. So if you look hindsight 2020, another defenseman that I really enjoyed or really wanted on the team, and I know this is definitely controversial, but I'm just looking up one of them here, is Schaefer. I know he's young, but he should have been on this roster, because Doughty, I love his experience and all that stuff, but slower, lots of Stanley Cup pedigree. But you could have had like Chychrun or maybe even Dobson. I don't know. Maybe that's a stretch. But there are guys that there. I would not have taken Bouchard at all. I just don't think he's a defensive liability. But like Schaefer, I know that he's young, but guys, he is super talented. So I think that we picked some of the wrong players. Now, if we would have won the game, you just can't use that, right? Now, notice that I didn't mention goaltending. Because I think Binnington was good enough, and it wasn't his fault that we lost the game. I mean, ultimately you say, he should have got that save. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. But I don't disagree with the goalie selections for Team Canada at all. But I do believe wholeheartedly there's one guy that should have made this team. It should have been Bedard. If there was two guys that should have made this team, should have been Scheifele and Bedard. Like, even John Tavares could have made this team. He is a fantastic player. But I would say Bedard, Scheifele, and Schaefer. Those are the three guys that I wish was on the team, but they're not. Leads me to number 8. Reason why we lost the gold medal game, and that is Bennett. Sam Bennett with a 4-minute penalty with around just over 6 minutes remaining in the game. That we could have won it. I mean, if we were killing off a 4-minute penalty for high sticking instead of, and that's the thing about Bennett, he plays on the edge and he does stupid things like goes and hits the goaltender and he's trying to like be, a crap disturber. And at the end of the day, I think it affected us. We had a lot of momentum going our way and maybe we scored in those 4 minutes. So I'll just put that as a low end one reason, but I think Sam Bennett, 4-minute penalty with 6 minutes remaining. Thank goodness we killed off that 4-minute penalty. It could have been over by then. They could have scored on multiple opportunities on that power play, and we had the great penalty kill. I'm telling you, Horvat, Marner. This is where Hagel comes in. Stone was on there. On the penalty kill, like those guys were phenomenal penalty killers. So good on them. Okay. Number 7 reason why Team Canada lost the gold medal is because of McDavid and Makar in overtime. Now, they're also the ones that are trying to win it for you, but not everyone wants to kind of talk a little bit about McDavid, but I really want to talk about Makar in this one. So McDavid's trying to go through everyone, do the whole Mitch Marner thing and go through. And we know we've seen McDavid do it. And he just wanted to put his cape on. And he just wanted to be Superman and he wanted to do it. So I don't really have a problem with him attempting that. But hindsight 2020, the reason why we lost is he got stuck. And then if you watch that, there's lots of clips out there now. Makar pinches and gets stuck and gets twisted around, and because of both of them pinched, one went down to score, the other one Makar, I don't know what he was doing. I'm not trying to blame him. He's been great the whole tournament. But if we're talking about real blame here, real blame, Makar's mistake cost us from a 3-on-2 to a 3-on-1. And that was bada bing, bada boom. It was over. And we knew that it was going to be a quick one, right? So I would say McDavid and Makar, they're also some of the reasons why you're there, okay? So I'm not saying they shouldn't have been on the ice. I mean, they were trying to win that. Speaking of which, a lot of people had put in this, the 3-on-3 format. And I put question marks behind this because I don't know if this is the one that I would be wholeheartedly saying, but I get what people are saying. The thing is, if we score, everyone's like, love it. And some people's like, no, I hate it either way. It's like, okay, that's cool. You're entitled to your opinion on that, right? But a lot of people are like, why wasn't it 4-on-4? Here, it was 3-on-3 for 20 minutes. You don't need 20 minutes. With NHLers like this, you don't need it. Now, a lot of people don't like the 3-on-3 because it's just a keep away game. Where a 4-on-4 is more of a realistic game. It's just like, two players had penalties, offsetting penalties. Now it's 4-on-4 and then do shootouts after. That's what the format used to be. They adopted the NHL format. No shootouts anymore, which is very interesting in the Olympics because a lot of fans, especially Canadian fans, complained about the shootouts. Now we're complaining about the 3-on-3 format. I do like the 4-on-4 format better, or the 5-on-5. It's just that there is time constraints and you would have to do a 4-on-4 plus shootout or a 5-on-5 plus shootout. It's 20 minutes of 3-on-3. You don't need 20 minutes. You could do 10 minutes. What if you did a 4-on-4 for 10 minutes and a 3-on-3 for 5? That would be, I think that would be great. And then just keep going 3-on-3 until someone scores. That might be appease a lot more people. So I'll add this because I know a lot of people felt that. By the way, I was on Scaris and Price today, listening to them while I was working out. And they had put a poll in, do you think the better team won, or something like that, as their poll question? Who was the better team? And no. Oh, no, this had to be with the Canucks. Never mind. I'll talk about that in my next Canucks video. But if you ask people, did Canada, who was the better team? MacKinnon said, well, you could see who the better team. Canada was the better team. But it's not about who's the better team. It's not about who outplayed who. It's who wins the game, right? And that's a major thing. Okay, speaking of major, I'm going to get into top 5. And these ones I'm really sold on for my top 5. Okay, the other ones were more controversial and things that I feel passionate about, but these ones are probably one of the ones that you guys would say. But obviously, number 5 would be the MacKinnon miss, right? The MacKinnon miss, and that is just too costly, absolutely too costly. And so if I just bring it up here, like, how does he miss this? How in the world does he miss this shot? Like 9 times out of 10, he scores. But the one time he does not score. So MacKinnon's miss is definitely one of the reasons why the Hellebuck, like, out of position at this stage, no chance at saving this. MacKinnon hits the side of the post, on the left side of the post, and it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Now, I want you to post in the comments if I miss anything when I get down to my top 10, okay? I'd finish off my top 10. So number four is this one, is the too many men penalty, right? So let's just keep this here because I want to talk about this. I made this graphic and this was on the refs, okay? Now, I don't want to be the Canadian fan that keeps always complains about the refs, because a lot of the Olympic teams were complaining that Canada was getting special treatment. But guys, look at this clearly. I'm blind, I'm deaf, I'm an NHL ref, okay? There are clearly 6 players on there, and they have the puck. Canadian players are upset. They touch the puck. That's too many men. That's the definition of too many men. Having 6 players, 6 skaters on the ice, of course, and the goalie, right? But so 7, but that is an advantage, and it happened. I know people are gonna say, stop whining, stop complaining, stop crying. Listen, it just is what it is. The same thing happened against the Czechs. The same thing happened. Absolutely same thing happened. And so, you know what I mean? Like that is a fact that happened. All of a sudden, that could have been the game changer right there. Go on with 8 minutes left in the third period, 8:36. It's tied 1-1. They didn't want to call a penalty. I get that they don't want to call a penalty right there, but they called it against Bennett, and they had to because it is a penalty. So this is a penalty, and they didn't call it. It's super frustrating, right? It's super frustrating. Now, I want to talk about number 3 because it really is the Hughes brothers. Guys, like I don't know, people are going to say, oh, you're saying that because, it's because of, you're a Canucks fan and Quinn Hughes and blah, blah, blah. But look at this, guys. This guy gets his tooth knocked out and still scores. Quinn Hughes goes down, almost scores. Binnington had to make a phenomenal save on Quinn Hughes. It wasn't the Tkachuk brothers like it was at the Four Nations. It was these guys. And these guys, I think Jack was there at Four Nations, but Quinn was not. Was Jack even? No, I think Jack was even hurt, wasn't he? I can't remember. Okay. The point being is the Hughes brothers, especially Jack Hughes, who scored the winner, obviously, he scored before we did. It is what it is. Okay. So that's one of the big ones. The other one that I want to show you here is, and this will be number 2 for sure for us. Is right here, everyone. Sydney Captain Crosby out with an injury. That changed it for us. I know you can't rely on just one player, but this is one of the reasons why Canada lost. And I'd say it's a big reason. I'm giving it a top 2 thing. I mean, maybe it should be 3rd over, and Hughes brothers should be higher probably. But because I'm Canadian, I'm going to say with Crosby there, we don't lose this game because he doesn't lose. He doesn't lose at the international level. We didn't have him and we lost. That is just a fact. Crosby on there, we win. We win every single time, or 99% of the time, or 87% of the time, we should say. No, but we always win. He's deadly in international play. Now, we're going to get to the last one right here. And you guys already know what it is. You already know what it is. And it is the man of the hour, the guy who had 41 saves. Hellebuyck was sensational, unbelievable. 41 stops. We got goalied. We outplayed them. We outshot them. We outchanced them. And there was this one guy in net. And I'm not saying Binnington had a bad game. I just think that Hellebuyck had an elite game. And there we are. This save is the save of the year. And I don't know if anyone's going to make any save better than this. As Canuck fans, when Kirk McLean stacked the pads and hit that double stack and saved it on, it was a Thurn Fleury, Game 7, we still talk about that. This is one of those ones where this was even at a higher stake, gold medal game. So Hellebuyck was sensational. So that's my number 1. So just quickly, again, lack of scoring, number 10, number 9. We picked the wrong players. Bedard should have been on this roster. Sam Bennett at number 8 with the 4-minute penalty at 6 minutes. McDavid and McCarr in overtime was number 7. The 3-on-3 format was number 6. MacKinnon miss was number 5. Number 4 was too many men penalty. What the heck, right? And then number 3 is the Hughes brothers. Number 2 is Captain Crosby was out with injury. And Hellebuyck was sensational, was the number 1. So I want to dive into your comments. Just a reminder. So there's like a bunch of people here with comments. I'm looking forward to diving in. If you don't know, I love doing hockey content, especially Canucks content that's passionate, realistic, and honest. All the rest of the videos now, from now on, are going to be about the Canucks, about the draft, about all that kind of stuff. I have so much content coming. You don't want to miss it. So hit the like and subscribe, and we're going to get there. Okay. So I'm just going to close this off. I'm going to do the promo, and I'm going to get to your comments. Can't wait to hear from you. All right. So first comment, Lyndon's here. Good to see you. Welcome. Good to see you. Ryan's upset about the 3-on-3. A lot of people are. I get it, Ryan. He said U.S. did not deserve to win, only Hellebuck plus. You know, I get it, but they found a way. So there's no such thing as deserved. Like Canada deserved to win. The United States deserved that victory. I don't think you got to go and earn it. You got to earn it. It doesn't matter who's the better team, who got outplayed. At the end of the day, it's the final score. It's earning it. So I get it. I would disagree with that statement, but Ryan, you're entitled to your opinion, and I showed it anyway. So Andrew says, hey, Kemp, hope you're doing well. Honestly, I'm 50-50 upset we lost, but glad we got to witness some of the best hockey played possibly ever. I agree. It was a phenomenal tournament. It was a phenomenal final. It was edge of your seat on so many games. We got to see some of the greatest hockey. So, yeah. And then Andrew says we also had Mick Chokes-a-lot have to take over as captain. I think it's another nail in the he's not good enough leader case. That's a tough one to say. Like, I get it. I did look at him and seeing how disappointed he was. And it's just like, it's another big game loss for McDavid, but it's gold medal game. It's 2 finals now. But in saying that, and this is my defense, I wouldn't blame McDavid fully on something like this. He played his heart and soul at this tournament, and he got MVP. So he got MVP, and he also scored the game-winning goal at the Four Nations. So I don't think that it's McDavid, so to speak. It was McDavid trying to weave through everyone, and then Makar blowing a tire. That's why I had it on that one. So Peter says it was not an NHL-sized rink. So, yeah, that bugged him. And then he also says that Doughty was the wrong pick. I did suggest that. Hindsight 2020 probably was. Even though he's a good player, didn't really play great. I think Theodore outplayed him, and even Sanheim outplayed him. So Richard says, considering that in 1980, 82% of NHL players were Canadian and 11% were American, and today 41% are Canadian and 29% are American. I saw that video too, Richard. The trend indicates the Americans are getting better at hockey. Of course they are. The world is getting better, and they should. There are so many. I thought Sweden was a really good team that they didn't produce. Finland was awesome. The Czechs were way better than I thought they were going to be. Slovakia ended up being stronger than I thought. I thought Germany was going to be stronger. They were a little weaker than I was anticipating. France, Italy, they're just not there yet. I mean, they're not close to being that juggernaut to beat any of these juggernaut teams. But yeah, these stats right here, Richard, you're totally right. 41%, like we've dropped half, now from 1980, and 29% are Americans. So they've gone up over that amount. So yeah. Peter says, how can we mess up not having Bedard? I don't know. I'm with you, man. We should add him on the team. CMAP, hey, Trev, how's it going, Trev? Schaefer would have been a burr under his saddle after how his World Junior tournament in 2025 ended with an injury. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I'm doing good, though. 3-on-3 should be 5-on-5. I don't know about that, but yeah. Hey, Tony, good to see you, my friend. Great to have you here. What was your biggest takeaway that the Team Canada, why they lost gold? For me, it was Hellebuck. He played a hell of a game. So Peter said, team full of millionaires, no story. I think there's a big story. I think there's a lot of pride. It's not like they're making money really out of this. They went to play for their country. I like the story of that. I love this. I love the professionals being in there. So Andrew says 3-on-3 for all the biscuits is kind of lame. I understand that people are frustrated by that. I get it. I don't mind it. I don't love it. I think 4-on-4 is a little better. I wouldn't do 5-on-5. CMAP says, throwing that question out to everyone in the chat. The one about Schaefer? Okay, I don't know. Anyways, 5-on-5 continues to give the biggest sport in the Olympics the keys to the car. Yeah, it's fair. That's a fair comment. Marcus, good to see you. The too many men on the ice ×2 did not help either. It was like watching a Port Alberni Bulldogs game with the missed call. Ooh, burn on Port Alberni, man. Wow. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Anyways, I won't go there. I love the island, and it's fun to watch a game at Port Alberni with the Bulldogs. It's a great place to watch a game. Their fans are awesome because they love their team. But living in Nanaimo, they are one of our rivals. So I want Nanaimo Clippers to win those games. But anyways, Andrew says, who puts the puck in the net the most is all that matters. Doesn't matter how well you played. I agree with that statement. Marcus says, I think MacKinnon had food poisoning because they had a clip of him puking on the bench. So he probably wasn't. I heard that he wasn't 100%. So you're right. That's why I keep hearing. Peter says they are bought and paid for, have to do what they are told. They have handlers. Okay. I understand what you're saying, but I like it that the NHLers are there. Andrew said, if they called that penalty, does Bennett get one? No, he doesn't. I don't think he does. As in, does that play even happen? No, I understand what you're asking. Yeah. And guy says, number one's Hellebuck. I agree. And congrats to the USA. It was a great close game. It was very entertaining. It was very good. I wish it was like a 3-2 final, but a 2-1 will take. CMAP says, sad for Canada, but happy for Quinn. Now that USA had Quinn and Jack, we can put the whole Quinn wants to play with his brothers thing to bed. I don't know. I still think they want to play together. So, yeah, and as a Canucks fan, you might be happy for JT Miller as well. So, yeah, fair. Sensei Dean's in the building. It was a great game. I think there were 3 guys should have been on the team, and that save was great. But as the puck went out the other side, there should have been a stick there to poke it back in. That's fair. Hang guy says Canucks should have waited until after the Olympics to trade Quinn. They might have got a better return. That's fair too. There's a lot of fair comments in here. But yeah, USA earned this win for sure. Crash says Canadians are a lot softer than they used to be. 10 years of Trudeau. Oh, political comment here. Wow. I don't think we were soft at all. So Shannon's in the building. Coach Rob's here. That's so awesome. Andrew said, I thought Finland was good. Swedes were good, and agreed upon surprise Germany didn't do better. Yep. SGA Sports is in the building. Great to have you here as well. USA 91787 says reason number one, they thought they deserved and were entitled to it, just like the Russians 46 years earlier. I disagree with that 100%, but you are entitled to your opinion. We don't believe that we deserved it. We believe that we earned those, and we didn't earn it. So the Russians, on the other hand, against that not so good USA team, and that's why they call it a miracle on ice. Guess what? They're not calling this game the miracle on ice, brother. And you guys won. It was a close game last year, the Four Nations, and it was a close game this year. One goal games. Listen, can't ask for much better than that. So, but you are entitled to your opinion, even if I disagree. Sensei Dean says, with Helly on the U.S. team, I would have had his teammate on Canada on to have the edge. Yeah, Scheifele, is that what you're saying? I'm totally a Canucks fan. That's why Kempner, Canucks. I'm a Canadian first and foremost. I'm a Canuck, but I'm also a Canucks fan. So Kempner Canucks is that we're all fans of the NHL and of hockey and of Canadian teams. So yeah, there's a number of reasons why I have that name, but I'm a diehard Canucks fan. Absolutely. Thank you so much, man, for watching the channel. I love. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. Top 5 takeaways from Canada's 2-1 loss. United States. I was going to do that as well, but I just think that nobody's going to watch this content after tonight. Like, I don't think anyone's watching any more of the U.S. Olympic stuff. So I thought top 10 reasons why we lost might be a little more interesting. Top 5 takeaways from the loss to the United States. Like top 5 reasons why USA won. I was thinking about doing that one, but I'm just gonna do top 10. So top 5 takeaways. You can, if you missed it, you can go to the front. It's all up there. You and Hockey Guy got a long road ahead. Absolutely, man. Like the rebuild this is what we're looking forward to now, because it's been a long road of mushy middle, and we're tired of that. So I'm okay with that, Fun Fish. Totally. It was a great game. Binnington should not have done the side to side. Yeah, that's a tough one. Marcus says, kind of funny watching Cash Payable celebrating with the kids. Yeah, does not look good for the United States. Watching Cash Payables. Oh, I see what. Yeah, it's not a good look for them. But what was a good look for them was the Johnny Gaudreau moment. I thought that was really special and really cool. So I was really impressed. Honestly, really impressed. So, but yeah, congrats to the USA for sure. Howard says 3-on-3 should not decide that game on best. Best on best hockey. There's a reason why they don't do this in the NHL during the playoffs. 3-on-3 is almost a coin toss. That's fair. That's fair. But we won a game on 3-on-3 too, right? Marner scored it. So it didn't go our way this time. So I'm with you. I understand the frustration, but it is the rules. So yeah, but I hear you. Andrew, I'm excited to see what trades happen and get back to Canucks hockey though. Yeah, it's starting tomorrow. Going to be doing Canucks content. Tomorrow night's video is called Moves Incoming. There's so much Canucks talk to talk about. So yeah, except for the Flames. I can't stand the Flames, but if you come into, lots of Flames fans come into my channel, and I appreciate that you're fans of it. You'll watch the top 10. Yeah, top 10 reasons why we lost. Yeah. CMAP says, disappointed that Wilson didn't smack the Canucks. Someone needs to shut their mouths for them. Ooh, not a fan of them. I get it. SGA, I'm going to go to the Calgary Flames versus San Jose Sharks game at the SCP Center up in San Jose on Thursday, which is just coming around the corner, February 26th. Can't wait to get back to the tank. I've been there. I've watched a game there. It's a fun place to watch a game. Number one takeaway, they need to develop more D like Makar and more goalies. Oh, yeah, Makar is the best in the world. It's 1A Makar, 1B Quinn Hughes. How do you? That's why I think Schaefer should have been there. That's my opinion. So Bob says they didn't bring the right players. That's in my top 10. It's in my top 10. Yeah, we're gonna do what the Canucks have up their sleeves. We're gonna talk about that right away, starting tomorrow. Follett, the FBI director. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about there. So I wish people stop blaming the 3-on-3. It is what it is. I'm sick of the talk. That's fine, Fun Fish, but that's what people want to talk about. So, and yeah, Bedard and Schaefer should have been there. I agree. Yeah, it wasn't an SPC, SCP. It's a SAP, the SAP Center, as we want to do it that way. So, didn't we miss tons of empty nets plus over 40 shots? Enough said. We only missed one empty net, if I remember correctly. It was the MacKinnon one. And yeah, we had over 40 shots. So Marcus says, no Lankinen for game Wednesday. Trapped in the New York due to the snowstorm. Oh, I didn't know that. So no MacKinnon. Interesting. Okay. 4-on-4 would be better than 3-on-3. Pond hockey shimmy. Yeah, I agree. I really like your hat. It really looks good on you. Thank you very much. I love it too. I sell these hats. So if you want a hat, let me know. Yeah, I think it's really great. But thanks for the compliment. I like the design and the work turned out really good. Okay, so this was really fun to connect with you. I want to do a top 10 reasons why Canada lost. I'm disappointed, even though we dominated. It was a disappointing loss. Congrats, United States. Well done. Congrats to Hughes, Jack Hughes, and everyone, Hellebuck, and all these guys for winning. It's too bad that MacKinnon didn't score here. It is what it is. So thanks, everyone. Last two comments, and we're out. What I mean is Quinn Hughes used Makar's style as a template to his own development. I hope we see more young defensemen aspiring to play that style. That's fine. SGA says, when I go to the hockey games, I really love when they play the national anthem for Canada and the national anthem for the United States. It shows love to both nations. That's true. That's true. Yeah, absolutely. Fun fish. I'm literally got draft content coming out. I have all my graphics already ready to go and done. I can't wait to do these videos. So stay tuned. Hit the like and subscribe. You're going to see all that content coming. And I hope it's all coming out this week. I've got so much draft content coming out. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that Wednesday or Thursday for sure. So, yeah, anyways, I wonder how the rest of the day after Canada lost and has all the hype. Yeah, I know. It's tough. It's tough. So sounds good, man. There's gonna be so much draft content, you'll want to see it. So okay, so I need to head out. Thank you so much for being here. And of course, always go Team Canada. And now it's Canucks season, 25 games remaining. We're gonna switch all the content now to the Canucks, to the draft, to what happens. I'm even going to do playoff content. I'm going to do it all. So hope you have a great night. Go Canucks, go Team Canada, go. And but before I go, I want to show you this one last graphic, because we're just, whether we win or we lose, aren't you just proud to be a Canadian? Love this kid. Love this kid. So true. So speaks to us, right? Win or lose, we're just proud to be Canadian. It's a great place, great country to watch hockey, and the fans are passionate. So have a great night. And